Well, Your Honor, I met this man on a dating app, and we talked for a few weeks, and he seemed like a nice guy. So I haven't dated in a while, Your Honor. I've kind of been off the market, and he kind of made me trust him. So I traveled in from Las Vegas, and he's from Barstow, and we decided to meet here in Los Angeles. He wanted to take me to a steakhouse, and I thought that was very nice of him because, when a guy wants to take you to a nice restaurant, that usually means he likes you. So I told him this specific night that I had plans to meet up with some friends at a very important concert. It was my best friend's birthday, and we spent a lot of money on these tickets, and he knew what time I had to be there. He ended up showing up to the date very late.
How late?
About 30, 40 minutes late, which...
You don't have a limit? 20 minutes is a chance enough, but go ahead.
I understand that. I give too many chances sometimes, Your Honor. But anyways, I was checking my phone, and my friends told me, hurry up, hurry up. So he offered to pay for the dinner. I decided we should just split the bill since it was a first date. That seemed fair. That was that. My friends texted me, I missed the entry, so I couldn't get in anymore. So it was too late for me to go to the concert. So I ended up losing out on that $250, which is okay. It's fine. People make mistakes. And Your Honor, what happened was here, I was crying in my car, and I messaged him and I said, hey, you know what? I can't go to the concert anymore. Would you want to go out and maybe grab a drink? I'm a little bit upset, but I felt like I would give him another chance. I'm doing this too much, Your Honor. And so he ended up saying, yeah, you know what? I know a place, actually. And he said, we could go get some drinks. They're on me. He said, I'll take care of it.
First, and we'll catch back up where you at. Let me allow him to give his version up until the point we're at. Sir.
Yes, sir.
Her story seems to be very long and elaborate, but she looks like a reasonable person. And for this kind of dates where she has already lost out on her friends and she's talking about splitting the bill with this guy, many modern ladies are still very entitled and they want the guy to pay all the bill at the first date. Just for the fact that I'm seeing a guy with a tattoo on his neck, I'm already suspecting this guy. This guy looks like what they call the F-boys. He doesn't look like a genuine guy whatsoever, just by appearance. I know they said that don't judge a book by its cover, but in this case, that neck tattoo already says something. And I'm going to judge you if I were a lady in this situation. I'm not going to give you any ounce of trust until you prove it. For the fact that I was already late to the date already shows an orange flag, which means that this guy might not be one to trust or might not be a man to keep his word. But let's continue and see how this case goes.
What she's saying is not untrue. I was late, but I did also communicate that with her. I let her know, look, I'm coming from Barstow, LA traffic. It was a Saturday.
Oh, okay.
So, traffic was bad. I did send a text, hey, I'm running late.
Had a reasonable reason.
Yes, absolutely. We did end up at the steakhouse. We got there and she was just being very standoffish. I was asking her questions, what's your favorite flower? What do you like to do? And she was just giving me answers like tulip and beach. And she wasn't very conversational.
She was probably irritated.
Which is fair.
That you had come so late and that she knew she had to go and meet up with a friend for a long planned concert. Yeah.
That's no excuse to be rude to the wait staff, I feel.
How was she rude?
When the waitress asks, how are you doing? And you're not looking up and saying, I'm at least giving a courtesy good, or I'm doing all right, or I feel like that's a little rude personally. And she was texting the whole time, just probably making other plans, which...
No, she's telling them he came late. I'm going to try and eat as fast as I can so that I can meet you guys and not miss out on the concert. And indeed, she did miss out.
And like I said, Your Honor, things do happen, unfortunately. Things get in the way, plans change, and we were parting ways. And she texted me, hey, do you know anywhere me and my girls can go drinking? Like, I just want to go kind of drink my sorrows away. So I was like...
I want to go with you, not my girls. It was with you.
She said, me and the girls?
She said, me and the girls.
Oh, okay.
There's evidence.
So they didn't go to that concert either?
They went to the concert, but they were making plans for after the concert.
No, but she was by herself then. So did you all get together and she brought the girls?
We had gone in separate cars.
Did she bring the girls, sir, when y'all met up at the bar?
So not when we first got to the bar. They showed up at a later time.
She came by herself?
Yes.
Yeah.
I went with you
So she
at first.
That's
I went
what
with you.
she's calling you about.
It was a
sir.
date.
Yeah, so now I don't believe she asked about her and her girls. And once you saw her show up by herself, you knew she hadn't. Yet you tried to give me that impression today.
No.
You just told me that she called me about her and her girls going somewhere. And then I said, wasn't her? You said, no, it was the girls. Then she explains just exactly what I suspected it was. She came to be with you at that bar.
Jordan Martis really caught him on his lie. Like I said, the man is a sweet talker, possibly was charming to the girl, but we can't really go by a guy that sweet talks to you. You have to be cautious of this guy and know how the guy moves. Apparently, the guy moves in a kind of cunning, not really a genuine way, and apparently she got the brunt of it. But let's continue though.
Your Honor, we had parted ways. We had paid our separate tabs at the restaurant to go to just do whatever. And she let me know, hey, do you know anywhere I can go drinking with my girls? And I was like,
With
yes.
you, not with the girls.
Sir, that's enough. I don't believe you.
What?
I don't
Stop
believe
lying,
you, so
bro.
be quiet. I'm not going to let you make a fool out of me. It is very rational what she said. It is very irrational what you're saying, that she would try and speak for girlfriends who are in a concert, and ultimately she ends up being the one that gets with you as soon as possible. Those girls are just a byproduct of what she's doing. Go ahead, ma'am. How
gets
do you
worse,
want to
Your
tell
Honor.
me? What
It
does
gets
he owe you
worse
money
here.
for?
So,
'Cause
I meet
he
up
doesn't
with-
speak in a rational manner.
I meet up with this man here at the bar that he suggested. And, you know, I'm giving him another chance here. And we get there.
I'm not. Go ahead.
I'm too nice. We get there and, you know, I decide to order 2 shots, you know. Of course, I'm a little bit upset. Sometimes that does happen to people, you know. I ordered 2 shots and he ordered his drink and, you know, we start talking. It's a little bit better now that we're having a couple drinks. Like, I'm not as upset and I think he's a little bit more comfortable. So we're at least like talking like normal people at that point and having a little bit of fun.
Okay, go ahead.
What, excuse me? Do you have a problem? I'm just
Now,
I'm
don't
hurt.
get him. The
I'm
way
hurt.
he treated you,
I'm hurt.
I'm going to tell him here to step
Comfortable is-
back.
comfortable is crazy.
You heard her.
I'm like-
She
I'm
said
like
you
so
got a
angry.
problem.
She was,
Let her know what your problem is. Take care of that problem if you have to.
because you were coming in and dancing on me and touching on me and being all
Dancing on
close
what?
to me.
Dancing on what?
So that's comfortable? That is
I don't know
crazy.
what world you're living in.
Ma'am, go right ahead and tell me what happened
All
while
right.
you all were there. And I think you're going to get to him not paying the tab.
Yeah.
That he
so
may have.
yes, that did end up happening. So what happened, Your Honor, was we drank. We're having fun. His bartender friend was the one pouring the drinks. We weren't even ordering specific drinks at that point. We were just kind of. He was saying to his bartender friend, you know, make whatever kind of thing, and he was surprising us with drinks. So at that point, the bartender had my card because this man does not carry his wallet. And at that
That's a red flag. Hola, he doesn't carry his wallet. How was he expecting to pay for it? Oh, he's going to pay through his phone? Apparently, that's a trick. You know, when he doesn't come with his wallet and he's like, oh, I don't have my wallet here, but I'm going to pay you back. Apparently, he doesn't have Google Pay. He doesn't have Apple Pay. Nothing on his phone. So it's also a trick. So everything here is sounding so suspect. He's claiming that he wasn't comfortable and she was rubbing on him, touching him and playing with him. And I'm like, you guys are going on a date. Yes, it's your first date. But sometimes these dates are supposed to evolve into something more. If she's going too fast for your liking, you should have opened up and said it to her right there in the club, right there at the bar, that please, you're going too fast. Let us take it slow. Another thing about this whole story is that she had had a couple of drinks. So in this case, she was already a bit high on alcohol. So she was no longer her normal self. In that case, it's also excusable, but him that is the sane one is supposed to handle it better. I don't know how this case is going, but to be honest, I don't trust this guy one bit.
point, you know,
Please don't tell me he ditched you and ran off without paying.
Sir, he went to the bathroom, he puked, and then he left. And then I woke up in the morning with a $475 bill on my card.
Sir, what do you want to tell me about this?
Your Honor, when we had originally made the plans, like she said, my close friend, he is a manager at that bar, and he let us know. He always like does cool stuff for me. Like, hey man, I know you owe 100, just pay 75, stuff like that. So I text him, let him know, hey, look, like I got this girl, I kind of messed up, I was late. I took my action, and I hit up my boy and I was like, hey, we're gonna come.
Got that part.
And I let him know we're on our way. He said, I got you. He said, I got you covered.
Heard you say that?
So apparently your boy that you were trusting to cover the bill on your behalf just stood you up, and you think it's the girl that's going to pay for it. Dude, you and your boy are literally one and the same. He stood you up, so you stood the girl up. You guys are no saints in this particular case.
And I let him know we're on our way. He said, I got you. He said, I got you covered.
Heard you say that?
So,
That's the third time I heard you say it.
Yes.
Now
So-
you're giving me the impression that you're about to lie. Because when you say something three
Your Honor,
times, that means you're trying to think of something to come up with.
I'm just nervous, Your Honor. I do have evidence of the text message.
She's not nervous.
That I have evidence of the text message that I did send to my
I don't
bartender.
care about your text messages. Please tell me what it is you want me to know.
I want you to know that
About paying your share of this bill.
I paid my half. Before I left, we took our shots, we took our drinks, and
Who'd you give it to?
I gave it to my bartender friend. His name is Brent, and I let him know, like, hey, I was feeling sick. She's an alcoholic, Your
Did
Honor.
he take the shit? Did he
I'm not an alcoholic.
Did he take-
My father is an alcoholic, and I would never be one.
She
so
was
don't
drinking-
don't
Sir,
say that.
Sir, you name called her. Now, if you want to go back and forth, you're taking a major risk.
When I say alcoholic, Your Honor, I don't mean in a name-calling sense. I mean that she was taking shots like no tomorrow. She
That's
was
not what
drinking-
an
I can handle
alcoholic
my
is.
She
liquor.
was
How about
drinking-
that?
That is
That's
not the
alcoholic.
definition of an alcoholic, taking shots at a club one night. Let's move on.
Thank you, sir.
Ma'am.
Thank you very
And
much.
So it was not deducted from your bill. Whatever half he paid, you had to pay the entire bill off of your card.
Yes, sir.
All right. Judgment for the plaintiff. You go get the other half from the other guy. Y'all debate it. Y'all sue each other. You and your bartender friend. Y'all sue each other. In the meantime, you got your money.
Thank you, sir.
Judgment for the plaintiff.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So this case is just a very funny case, very straightforward case, but the guy, because of his stuttering in court and trying to repeat himself over and over again, and trying to come up with a lie that is going to work out for him in the courtroom, clearly he's one at fault here. He stood up the girl and ghosted her after not paying the bill. So he deserves to pay. And for anyone that is going out with a guy, if you don't know him too well, if it's your first date with this guy, don't get yourself loose, you know. I think the mistake she made here was that she got too carried away, got too high on alcohol, and totally lost it in the bar that she didn't know when this guy skedaddled on her and ghosted her and not paid the bill. But good thing he was able to come to the courtroom. On a first date, never get too comfortable with someone that you are just meeting. You guys can be comfortable, but the trust should not be earned except the guy has proven himself trustworthy. In this case, this guy didn't prove himself trustworthy. It was an orange flag to a red flag. Like he was late for it. You guys shared the bill and he skedaddled on you. That's someone that's not supposed to be a date. Anyways, jokes apart, tell me what you think about this case. I'll go by the name East Coast Prince. This is East Coast Talks, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.